Hey guys, welcome back to another video with Cody Harris Aviation. So this is sort of part 2 to the last lesson that I did, which was slope takeoffs. Again, I'm going to demonstrate with my handy piece of plywood in my model helicopter. So, I'm going to be starting forward the helicopter on the slope. We're going to make sure the area is clear. Once again, make sure it's clear of animals and people that are approaching the area. We're going to start by checking the wind direction and looking for turbulence. Perhaps there's obstructions nearby. When you combine obstructions with wind, it can cause a lot of turbulence, and that can cause a lot of issues, especially in a pretty difficult takeoff, such as a slope takeoff. Alright, so I'm going to start with the flight controls neutral. Going to gently apply cyclic towards the upslope side of the helicopter while simultaneously raising the collective and applying left pedal to maintain the heading of the helicopter. Well, to maintain the heading. What you want to do before you start your takeoff is you want to make sure that your fuel situation is good, that your gauges are green, that your RPMs are top of the green. That your governor is set on position if you have one. So then you start applying left cyclic or cyclic towards the slope, apply left pedal to maintain heading while simultaneously raising the collective. As you're doing this, the downslope skid should gradually start floating off the ground. As this happens, you'll need to apply a little bit less cyclic, move it towards the center position. So the reason that you have to center the cyclic, let's say you leave it in the neutral position as you raise the collective, the likely outcome of that would actually be dynamic rollover, which is where the helicopter will start lifting off and will actually start pulling itself down the slope. So you want to continue on, raising the collective and adjusting the other flight controls until you reach approximately a 5-foot hover above the surface. And this is the part where it deviates a little bit from the landing, which is that you actually are going to use the cyclic, just the cyclic, to move the helicopter away from the slope. You want to avoid doing pedal turns, because if you do a pedal turn away from the slope, the chance of a tail rotor strike on the slope is very high, especially if you have tall grass or obstructions. So you just want to do a sideward hover away from the slope, and you intend to end the maneuver at approximately a 5-foot hover, and make sure that you're well clear of the slope before the maneuver will be considered completed. Alright, I think that's about it. Oh, one more thing. Let's talk a little bit about some of the common errors during this maneuver. Alright, so some of the errors are improper planning, selection of, approach to, or departure from the slope. Failure to consider the effects of the wind. Perhaps you're making an approach and trying to land with the tail end of the wind, which will definitely get you failed on a check ride, or at least get the examiner's attention. Improper RPM control in the case of a helicopter that doesn't have a governor. Some aircraft actually you have to manually manipulate the throttle throughout the entire flight, which is a real pain. Another one is not repositioning the cyclic as you set down and take off, and the helicopter might start sliding down the slope. Turning the tail of the helicopter towards the slope on takeoff, which, as I said, can likely cause the tail rotor strike. Lowering the downslope skid too quickly, which, if you set the landing gear down too quickly, can result in ground resonance. Also allowing the development of conditions that may result in dynamic rollover. Well, that's kind of a repeat there. Alright, that's all guys. See you next Thursday. Bye.